Porn has weakened men.
I could not agree more with this, and I have heard that Allie has been under fire for saying this. So I am going to speak about my personal experience and how it's affected my family, specifically my father and my grandfather, and how it has affected my bloodline as a result. So, my father has a porn addiction. My grandfather has a porn addiction. From the time that I was a child, that I ever first met my grandfather, there was a poster of naked women for a firefighter's calendar on the wall of my grandpa's garage. My grandma, he was married, the whole thing, and this was just normalized. It was like this boys be boys type thing. And my father, when I was in my late teens, joked about, he said, did you know 90 million people watch porn a day on Pornhub? And he put his hand up and he said, guilty. And so my dad joked about the fact that he consumes porn on a daily basis to his children, to me and my older brother. And how this affected my family is my grandpa, he has tried to talk to me about how he finds my half-sister attractive. He talked to me when she was about 18 years old. He was talking about how attractive he found her to be on the phone. I told him I didn't want to talk about this, that it was my sister. And my father has had similar issues towards his own daughter. And I feel I've had this same issue because his wife, my stepmom, she encouraged my half-sister to dress however she wanted to from a young age. And she was encouraged to basically wear these revealing clothes. And mix that with a family who's consuming pornography. We would watch these Super Trooper movies where Reno 911, where there was this funny scene of everybody masturbating in their own rooms. And this was normalized. It was a systemic normalization by my grandfather, by my father. And it was just this this is what you do. And so, I struggled with this attraction towards my half-sister. I tried to talk to her about it because I was noticing my brother, my father, her grandfather on the maternal side were starting to bump against her in the kitchen when they would walk by her and they would be lustfully looking at her. And I fully believe that this is a result of consumption of pornography and that this is a result of not being Christian and having Christian values. And so I want to share that because I had this porn addiction for 19 years. I was 10 years old when I saw Girls Gone Wild commercials on the TV. And so I started as a child, and my father treated this like normal. He saw my internet history start developing. He basically told me how to delete my internet history as a child. And so this was normalized. And so, when you talk about what the topics are in these videos, there's step family, there's incest in these videos. It muddies things up, and so people are consuming this. And not to mention, Ali was talking about there's trafficking that's going on and normalization of violence. I experienced a lot of violence growing up. And so there's a lot of conditioning that goes into, when you become a man when you are a man who's consuming this, the effect that it has on your family. You don't even, it's very difficult to come to grips with how that is going to affect your bloodline. And so I wanted to put that out there. I wanted to let y'all know, that's my experience. And I've come to Christ. I have accepted Christ into my life as of about April or May of this year. I had a very bad sickness, and I felt Christ had spoken to me. He told me I could die because I was consuming pornography on a daily basis, multiple times a day. I could die and be known for this sin, and this is all I'd be known for, or I could live for Christ. And so I am taking up my cross and I'm walking with it as I'm advised to by Jesus. And this is part of my cross, is that this has been my experience. And so when Allie Beth Stuckey gets under fire for speaking about this, well, we as men need to step up and acknowledge how it's affected us, because pornography is demonic. It is horrible. And so I say kudos to her for speaking on it. You as a man need to start acknowledging that this is having or has had a negative effect on your life, or you can look at what your legacy is going to become. So God bless y'all. I pray that you come close to God. That was the only way that I could kick an addiction of 19 years. I do not consume any pornography anymore. I pretty much do my best to not even look at women. I don't ever want to touch a woman, even when I hand money off at the cashier, because that is a sin struggle and I have a lot of trauma around that. So anyway, God bless you, Allie, for sharing that message. And talk to y'all soon.